From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may see all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum hunabku, eva maya e maho. Ayum hunabku, eva maya e maho. Ayum hunabku, eva maya e ma ho.
just different.
I am the world changer, coded by the blue storm. My number is 19, the power of all number. I am the master alchemist, the force behind the philosopher's stone. Skilled at the art of transmutation. I am the catalytic transformer of world consciousness and planetary living. I oversee the changes of the weather. I am the thunder that shatters your world systems. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, spies. It was I who caused the triple Aztec monuments of the Avatar archetype to appear in the ancient temple grounds. I oversee the morning and the evening stars. I behold the creator of the fifth sun, the present world. Sent forth am I to dwell among you, calling forth the sixth sun. For the great regeneration of the world's soul, to know me is to know your own power of self-generation. To know me is to know your own power of self-generation. Self-generation is power. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, spies.
All right. In Lakesh Alakim. Welcome back to getting familiar with your galactic kin through our new kin orientation. Now, this is an introduction to galactic consciousness, and what comes with that is tapping into dormant and activating dormant extrasensory abilities, telepathic abilities in this process. So I'm excited about hold on, am I still being heard? We just had a power surge here. Maybe if you all can indicate in the chat if I'm still being. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, great. All right, so something has happened to my webcam here. Let's see. All right, so we're truly excited about what we have to share and the opportunities that's before us, just from our ability to tap into the human technologies that we have. We purchase technology on the artificial level and we watch it evolve and marvel at it. Well, this is an opportunity to watch you evolve and marvel at your advancements. Before we get started with this session, I want to give some acknowledgments to the source of all creation, Mother Earth, the ancestors, star elders, the foundation for the law of time, Jewel University of Immortal Sciences, Melanin 6, master teachers, the mimic priesthood, indigenous, and all those who provide a path and a way for us to evolve. They pay the price, they clear the path so we can have a more direct route to our evolution through enlightenment. Okay? All right. So with that being the case, this is, as I mentioned, our new kin orientation, and we orient you with your kin because with the kin comes a galactic purpose for how we operate on the planet. And the reason why that's significant, let me tell you, when I actually realized my galactic purpose, I was able to see that my earthly purpose was really much easier for me to pursue much easier for me to focus on, because I now can see myself larger in terms of my self image of who I was. So, this is an opportunity to really do some image consulting with yourself, because before we can achieve great heights, we have to determine how do we really see ourselves in our heart of hearts. And with that, what does that afford us to do? What vision does that allow us to materialize on this physical plane? And so, with that being the case, learning about your kin number and how it relates to your evolution is vital to your success for carrying out your purpose on this planet. And so, my name is Neb Teharka Kanishkawak, and I am the founder, the chancellor, and one of the master teachers at the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. And our ultimate objective is to build a telepathic community. We teach the concepts on the law of time, and we teach whole mind concepts that go beyond the planet, beyond the galaxy. Through consciousness, consciousness is able to communicate through plasma. And so we follow cosmologies and cosmic cycles through plasma, which informs us on how to remember our greatest powers. It is the most amazing thing that this cosmology introduces us to. But you got to be ready for it. It's not something for someone, that's fresh off the street and maybe hadn't dibbled and dabbled in some personal growth and development and had maybe done some initiations. But if you are hearing this for the first time and can open your mind, your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's what? Open. It only works when it's open. So you got to be open to the possibilities and probabilities so that you can position yourself to win. Okay? So with that being the case, what are some of the topics that are going to be explored? We're going to do a check-in to see what city you logging in from, where you at, who are we, the kin of the plasma, what's your galactic signature? Review the last assignment, because this is a 4-part series that we do each of the 13 moons. And then there's always an assignment at the end, not for busy work, but to enhance your life so that you can live your life on purpose. All right, so let's go ahead. What's your kin number and what city are you logging in from? Put it in the chat. If you don't know your kin number and you feel comfortable, just go ahead and put your birth date into the chat. And then we will respond with your kin number and even tell you your affirmation. So, we are truly excited. So let's just see what we got. All right. We got Akil Sharif, kin 38 from Houston, Texas. Kin 163, the other half of 38 from Houston, Texas. Kin 211, Chesapeake, Virginia. All right. And Kin 240 is welcoming Kindred Spirit 186. Welcome, 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 186. Happy galactic return if it's your kin number 186. Today is 186. So we're so glad to have you in our presence with your energy. Kin number 8, Roderick, how are you? And we go get together, Roderick. I know we're supposed to get together. Kin 240, South Carolina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kin 181, Moon Goddess, who I share this platform with. Thank you for chiming in. She is amazing. All the way out of Richmond, Virginia. All right. And so thank you for sharing, and we are thoroughly excited. Oh, we got on IG, we got Kin 70, KJ, Keenan Joseph, all the way out of Los Angeles. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we got people plugging in from Facebook, from IG. We got people coming from YouTube through this StreamYard. It's really powerful that we can be multidimensional with this. And this is the exciting part. Now, why do we ask, where are you logging in from? People that I see that are on this path, one of their greatest complaints is, I don't have nobody to talk to. I don't have anybody I can share this with. So they feel confined to their knowledge, even though they feel like they should be able to be more expressive. but when they express, they feel judged and they don't feel like others can relate to them. So you need to network with the individuals on here and learn about each other's kin and be able to create an open dialogue so we have places to freely express ourselves. Because if we can't freely express ourselves, we ain't free. Ashe? Okay, so 240, Basima is saying that who's from LA? 186? 186 all the way from oh, you're talking about Keenan. Keenan Joseph. Yeah, Keenan is Los Angeles. I hope he is safe. They having fires there and all kind of stuff, and we got winter storms here in Atlanta and in the southeast, and uh, you know, it's just so much going on, and so we got to have our spiritual connection really open and strong, so that we can be the God beings that we are in this physical body, and be not afraid or be not removed from our path because of adversity, because adversity is just strengthening us so that we can be more, know more, do more, and have more. So thanks for participating in your kin number. Now, who are we? We are a progressive group of cosmic beings that are highly intelligent, intuitive, telepathic, and laser beam focused on evolving throughout the journey of remembrance. Okay. And this is to help us fulfill our galactic purpose. So that is the purpose. Remember, purpose is the strongest power and force in the universe. Without purpose, nothing would exist. So what I've seen happen is that the purpose, when we have purpose, nature and the power of synchronicity works on that purpose as behold and grows it effortlessly. So a lot of times we struggle in life and we don't have to, because the grass doesn't strain to grow. The flowers don't strain to blossom. The light hits it and it opens up, right? So to fulfill our galactic purpose, and give thanks for Moon Goddess Ambrosia sharing that Richmond, Virginia is just recovering from a citywide water outage. So they may have to boil water. So we have all these different challenges that are taking place. And so we need to send our vibration out, because what we're experiencing on the planet is because of the collective unconscious of all beings on the planet. So you have to ask yourself, is your consciousness raising the collective consciousness or lowering it? Those of us that are focused on galactic consciousness, we are raising it. Okay, so we definitely have some focusing to do, and we all can raise our level of consciousness if we so choose, or we all can lower our level of consciousness, but to the level of our circumstances. It's a choice. All right. So this to give some background on the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. It's an online school based in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was founded in July of 2023. So right about a year and a half young. And we accept students all around the world. And one of the things that we offer courses, but we have a hybrid system. In other words, most of our courses have at least 6 lectures, and 4 of which are pre-recorded. And it's pre-recorded with intensity. So it's just like you're being in the classroom. But the reason why we pre-record it is so that people can work at their own pace for 2/3 of the lectures. Now, the other third, which is the 2 out of the 6, they are live courses. They're live sessions and they're live lectures. So they're a little bit longer, but now not only can you get the lecture, you can get some of your questions answered from the other 4. And so it's very powerful that people have an opportunity to work in this hybrid. We've had people that are in different time zones trying to get on board at the time we're doing things, and it being very difficult for them to do. Okay. We also, the classes that we offer, watch this, is focused on the law of time. The law of time is like the law of gravity. Now, in this sense, when we talk about the law of time, it's not the law of the clock, or I also call that the consciousness lock. It's not the law of, the calendar or capitalism. The law of time means the laws that govern the evolution of consciousness. And when we evolve consciousness, the energy that we evolve, that it takes us to evolve, factored by time, is art. It's what we create. And that's how we see how we've progressed in the body as a spiritual being in a body. And so this also, we talk about whole mind concepts that help us improve our self-image. The more we improve how we see ourselves, the more capabilities we have that we can do in the body. And we also have some very powerful economic initiatives. We have something coming this year in 2025 called Synchronomics. It's going to be very powerful. And man, it's going to be very uplifting for people in terms of their ability to prosper and things of that nature. Okay. Who is a synchronistic human? A synchronistic human is someone who is able to be multidimensional, which means they're multifaceted. They have many different gifts and they're able to apply that gift when that gift is called for. Not all of them at the same time, while unifying energy from the synchronicities of natural time cycles towards the holonomic. Let's take the word holonomic, meaning whole. And in the whole, we're talking about energetically. In the whole, we're all connected. And the holonomic evolution of humanity, how we're connected to Mother Earth, and how we're connected to the galactic whole. Now, this law of holonomy is interesting, because I had never heard of it prior to me getting these teachings of this cosmology. But what it means is that we are systems inside of larger systems. So just like the circulatory system has blood cells, the blood cells are part of the circulatory system. For the blood cells to say, I'm not part of the circulatory system and I'm not part of the body, means it doesn't have any reference to the whole. And so it spirals out of control and becomes misaligned or malignant. Then it kills the body and kills itself. How intelligent. But that's what happens on the planet. So the cells are part of the circulatory system, whether they want to reference it or not. The circulatory system is part of the body. The body is part of the biosphere of the earth. The earth is part of the solar system. The solar system is part of the galaxy part of the universe, the multiverse, et cetera, et cetera. So we are systems inside of larger systems. That's what holonomic means. And this whole cosmos, this whole consciousness that we can connect to with our brain is evolving every moment. And every moment there are 1,440 moments in an hour, in a day. In one day, there's 1,440 moments. What are you doing with each moment that you have? Each moment, you could be doing something spectacular. Even if you had a bad moment, it don't have to be a bad 2 moments or 10 moments. But if you continue to focus on what you don't want, it can become that very easily. So the law of holonomy and the synchronistic human are one and the same. Let's talk about synchronicity. Synchronicity refers to the underlying cosmic intelligence that synchronizes people, places, and events into a meaningful, and I like to say purposeful order. We experience synchronicity when an outer event corresponds directly to our inner thoughts, perceptions, and beings. I mean, we can pinpoint. We can say, man, it seems like this is going to happen. And then it shows up in your reality and say, see, that's a synchronicity. I was just talking about that with so-and-so. And so synchronicity kind of appears like the ground beneath your feet, like the yellow brick road. It's guiding you into evolution. It's guiding you through enlightenment. And that's the power of it. Okay, so just to give you an idea, one of the things that we do, if these are first time people on here, one of the reviews from lecture session number 1 is, what is your kin number? So let's just show you what that's all about. The day you were born on the 13 moon calendar, so we need to look on the 13 moon calendar, is coded by your galactic signature. All right, now your galactic signature is one of the 260 expressions of the creator that you were born on that embodies your galactic purpose. Your galactic signature is one of those 260 possibilities encoded in the Zolkin harmonic module. Now, the reason why it's 260 because it takes about 260 days to go from inception to incarnation. By playing the role of your galactic signature, you allow yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, to vibrate at that particular frequency and broadcast that out through the heart to everyone around you. And this is your gift to the world. Now, if anybody's on here for the first time, you're welcome to be able to send us your peace and greetings to Brandon on IG, giving me a shout out. Um, what we want to do is we want to say, okay, what is your birthday? If you're a new person on here. Now, if you're not new, it's okay. But if you're new, don't be shy. Give your birthday, then we'll make sure you have your kin number and start to give you some knowledge on this so that you can use this to gain more insights and help yourself evolve. Okay. And so it looks like we got pretty much people that's been on here before. So just continue to meditate. Those of you that got your kin number, continue to meditate on it, and it will help guide you with insights through your intuition. Now, we were just talking about happy galactic return to kin number 186. And so give thanks for the physical embodiment of kin 186 to show up with us in the form of kindred spirit. And so I want to read the affirmation for kin 86. I'm going to explain it the second time that I read it, and then I'll read it a third time to imprint it in the mind and heart. So kin 186 is called the white self-existing world bridger. This is the 186th expression of the creator, and it finds itself in the evolutionary cycle of abundance. The other name for this is the blue night way spell. The blue night archetype deals with abundance. Okay? And so with abundance, the white self-existing world bridger has an expression to help us tap into this abundance. Let's hear what that expression is all about. The expression through the galactic signature states, I define in order to equalize. Measuring opportunity, I seal the store of death with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of spirit. Now let's break this down as we speak, because I define is a general term. I define what? Well, remember, this kin is part of the 13-stage process. All right, there are 13 kin in this process that speaks on the evolutionary cycle of abundance. So this is the fourth step in the 13-step process. And what does it define? Well, I define my abundance. Isn't that powerful? Many of us have traded in abundance for money. You see, many of us have traded in spirituality for materialism. So when we talk about the abundance, there's no end to the resources that we have to create whatever we want to create in this reality, in this experience. Measuring opportunity. Now you get to measure the opportunities that abundance brings into your experience, into your reality. You want to measure that because how well you define it for yourself is going to determine the increase in opportunities that you have and to what degree. I seal the store of death. Now, when we seal the store of death, we're not talking about a morbid death. What we're talking about is a death of cycles that no longer support your evolution. Okay? So what is that? Well, death helps you end cycles, right? You want to be able to end cycles and remove processes that does not support your evolution. And these new opportunities will continue to come. Welcome, Simply Soaky Botanicals, Kin 209, all the way from Ohio. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. All right. So with the self-existing tone of form. So self-existing means that it's automated. It's like autonomic functions, like your heart beating. Once you seal the store of death and you end the previous cycles, end the blockage, remove the blockages, align the misalignments so that it aligns with evolution. Now it's self-existing. What format did you put it in, or what order do you do things in for it to be self-existing, to operate on its own, like second nature? And then I'm guided by the power of spirit. When we talk about being guided by the power of spirit, we're being guided by inspiration, right? And when you're inspired, we don't get tired. Inspiration means that we're in spirit, and when we're in spirit, nothing goes wrong. Then, so what happens when we're inspired? We develop a motive to motivate ourselves to do something that's more significant than for ourselves only. It's to inspire the many. All right, so we're going to say this one more time to lock it in. I define in order to equalize, measuring opportunity. I seal the store of death with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of spirit. Whew. Now think about that. That's very different than it's Thursday, almost Friday. Almost thank God it's Friday and work towards the weekend. We're talking about evolving here, not tolerating a system that's not designed for us to evolve. Ashe. All right. So now, in lesson 3, we learned about our archetype. This was the last lesson that we did. So what is your archetype? So let's go through the list. So Moon Goddess, what is your archetype? Simply Soki, what is your archetype? Kindred Spirit, let's see if you know your archetype. Basima, Kin 240, what's your archetype? Right? Adila, Kin 163, put your archetype in the chat. Kin 38, Akil Sharif, put your archetype. What's your archetype? Roderick, put your archetype in the chat. And so by you doing that, this is the base of this whole process of you evolving, because this archetype is responsible for giving you the baseline expression of the light of God, the light aspect of God. And all of these archetypes come from one of the 20 dynamic frequencies of light. The only thing that makes it different is the 13 variations of each archetypes through the 13 different tones. So 13 times 20 is 260. That's correct, Roderick. Yellow Star, Simply Soki, absolutely. The Red Moon, Yellow Sun, Basima, great job. White Mirror, Kin 38, great job. Dreamy Pisces, Blue Knight, Blue Monkey, Adila, Kin 163, Blue Knight, Moon Goddess, Red Dragon. Okay, and then Kindred Spirit, yours is the World Bridger, today's archetype. So last session's archetype was the Storm, right? And we were on Kin 179. This archetype, today's archetype, is the World Bridger, that deals with the death, the surrendering to end cycles that's no longer for your supporting your evolution. So this was the write-up on the World Changer. So we're not going to read that today. That was the last one. Yeah, the White World Bridger is according, you can still send your birthday just to make sure that that is correct. But you're the White World Bridger, and the World Bridger bridges the worlds, but it equalizes, and because it equalizes, it always brings new opportunities to yourself and others. All right, so this was the archetype the last time we did this. Let's move forward and look at the archetype for this number 6, the Hierophant. Now I'm going to read this, and Kindred Spirit, pay close attention to this, because this is a powerful reading, an excerpt about the World Bridger, also known as the Hierophant. It states, I am the Hierophant, coded by the White World Bridger. 6 is my number, the root of the cube. I am the great equalizer, restoring balance to all worlds. The sacred order of all dimensions illumines my being, for I am the master of the arts of deathlessness. By the way, deathlessness is immortality. And death is an egoless state. Remember, death is the great interdimensional realm of the galaxy, the storehouse of my wisdom. It is the hidden treasure chest, free from fear, skilled at the arts of bridging worlds. I am the great destroyer of illusions, stripping the varnish of conventionalities that civilization overlays. Fathomlessly deep is the extent of my knowledge. I reveal all, but only those who know can see what I reveal. The rainbow is my crown. Perfect is the order I keep. To know me, watch this, is to die to your false self. Wow, that's heavy duty. To know me, family, is to die from your false self. Now, where is the false self created from? Let me tell you, it's from the artificial program that we're on. It's also the false self is from the circumstantial persona, which means we develop a personality. See, we think our personality is who we are, but the personality was developed from the ego and from the circumstances that disappointed us or gave us certain experiences on how to react to life versus life mirroring and reacting to us. Whew. Powerful. So the Hierophant is the sixth archetype. You see where it says 6 up there? It's a 6 out of 20. And it is skilled at the art of bridging the world. It's the master of immortality in the name of deathlessness. And so the more you study this archetype, it teaches you about immortality. It teaches you about surrendering. And it teaches you how to end cycles that no longer serve, the new levels of consciousness that you're operating at, and the new places you're going because of the rate that you're evolving. This is some powerful stuff, family. And so this is different, like I said, than waking up and say, hey, it's Thursday. It's almost, thank God, it's Friday. Hey, this is the Hierophant teaching us on about immortality and how to do some inventory and stop these cycles that keep creating the feedback loop that keeps us dealing with the same stuff, just different people, places, and things. But it's the same stuff. That's why evolution is the solution, right? All right. So the assignment for last we call it heptad or week 3 was to read your archetype daily. So if you're new, you should have got an archetype. Kindred Spirit, we'll make sure that you get an archetype tonight. Just put your email in the chat. We're going to send you an email so you could be reading your archetype daily. And what you want to do is when you read your archetype, you're going to get the signature like we read first, and then you're going to get a passage like what we just read on your archetype on the Hierophant. And what I want you to do is read that, right? And discover, number one, what number out of 20 is your archetype, what the name of your archetype, and what key words stick out to you the most when you read your signature and you read that passage. Okay? And so, it's going to be so powerful. It's going to be so powerful, the insights that you develop. And I want you to be able to be confident and share those insights with others because it may inspire other people to go deeper into their archetype. Now we're going to get into session 4. In session 4, this 4-part series is really about the 13 moon calendar. All right. Now, the reason why we follow the 13 moon calendar, because we want to be connected to the energy and the plasma from the cycles of the moon. That's all it is. What we found out was this. We never even asked, why do we follow a calendar that's 12 months? What is that connected to, right? And really what it was is it was just taking, the 360 degrees and dividing it by 12. And when we do that, when we divide 360, right, divided by 12, we get 30, right? So 30 days. And then some of the days are going to be different, 31 or 29, etc. So it was really displaced how it was done. But truth be told, the moon, when you take the mean average of the time and the placement that it takes the moon to completely revolve around the earth, the mean average is 28 days. That 28 days, that same 28 days is synonymous with the female menstruation cycle and reproductive cycle. Okay, so now we have something to connect it to. Does this make sense? And now when we get connected to the cycles of the cosmos, watch this, we now are going to get connected to our cosmic memory. And let me tell you what our cosmic memory does. It helps us reach higher states of consciousness than we've been told that we can reach by these programs that we work for, these programs that we go to school for, these programs that we're married to, these programs that we're children of. It shows us how to be at a greater state of consciousness than we are that those programs have told us that we are. All right, so now when we're looking at the 13 moon calendar, this calendar starts in July. Now, let me tell you something else that's unique. Instead of it being based on the sun that rises that we see on a daily basis, this is based on star Sirius, which star Sirius is the brightest star in the sky and is brightest during the dog days of summer. Somewhere between July 26th and August 8th, it's brightest. So because of its brightness, that's when we start this calendar. The first 28-day cycle is called the magnetic moon. The second cycle, 28-day cycle, is the lunar moon, the lunar scorpion moon. The third 28-day cycle is the electric moon. The fourth is the fourth existing moon. The fifth is the overtone moon. Right now, we're in the sixth moon, the rhythmic moon. The seventh moon is the resonant moon. We start that tomorrow. The eighth is the galactic moon of integrity. The ninth is the solar moon of intention. The 10th is the planetary moon of manifestation. The 11th is the spectral moon of liberation. The 12th is the crystal moon of cooperation. And the 13th moon is the cosmic moon of endurance. Now, this is the stages that energy goes through. And being connected to star Sirius opens us up to a light in a different way, to open our mind to access beyond the limited programs that our mind is based on. Okay, so the rhythmic moon. Now you can look at this, and I want everybody to look at this and put in the chat, what moon are you in? So if you look at the numbers at the bottom in the box, it has the date, the Gregorian date. All right, like today is the 28th day of the rhythmic moon, or the 28th plasma. So if you were born on January the 9th, then you would say, I was born in the rhythmic moon 28. Okay, so what moon were you born in? So look for the date that you were born, the Gregorian date, and then put that in the chat. This is important because each moon has a theme. Like the rhythmic moon is the moon of equality. The question that this moon asks is, how can I extend my equality to others? Now, when we talk about that, what are we talking about extending when we talk about quality? We're talking about compassion. So look on here. Okay, I see Basima Ken 240 was born in the lunar moon. What day? What plasma, Basima? Make sure you put the number. Because when we get into the classes, we also are able to tell what number is significant, and the 7-day period or heptad is important. Lunar moon 2 is a dealer, 163. Akil Abdul Sharif, his kin 38 he's in the planetary moon, number 18. Interesting. Akil, I don't know if you knew this, but I was born on the 18th plasma of the crystal moon. So there's that 18. So there's a synchronicity. All right, 831. So no, you're 831. So we go to 831. What I'm looking for, Ken 240, is you were born on the 9th plasma of the lunar moon. Okay, 9th plasma. So you can look at it and see number 9 above 831, and then it's in the lunar moon. Okay, you got it? All right, and so this is important because the moon that you were born in has influence. Like my moon, the moon that I was born in, I was born on the 18th plasma of the crystal moon. All right, now the crystal moon has a theme. The theme is dedication, universalization, and cooperation. So just so happens I get a lot of cooperation. But I was born in the moon of cooperation. Yes, I'm charismatic, but I'm so dedicated to this mission. That's why I get the cooperation, because I'm able to universalize and or decode the knowledge. You see? So in addition to what your galactic signature is telling you, the energy of that moon is also adding a layer of synchronicity. Okay, this is a great exercise to see. And you can look up other family members. Moon Goddess Ambrosia says she's on the cosmic moon number 17. Okay. No, I can't hear you. She said, I'm here talking loud. I can't hear you. We don't have the platform where I can hear you, where all the participants. So whatever we need to say, go ahead in the chat. So, okay, pardon me, I have to go momentarily. No problem. 5-9. Thank you again. I'll return to learn. Okay, great, Kindred Spirit. So you're on 5-9. So we look for 5-9, and we're going to find that 5-9 is in the spectral moon, right? So you're in the spectral moon 8. Okay. Now that's dealing with the moon of dissolving things. So every time I get to this moon every year, I just start dissolving old patterns or old relationships and make room for new. Okay. So the more we get into this, we got your email address, Kindred Spirit. We're going to send this information out to you so you can study it, meditate on it, and get new insights and start your journey of remembrance through evolution. All right. So this is a great exercise. We want you to learn the 13 moon calendar and make this your base, not the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar is obsolete. Okay. Because it has no connection to the cosmos except for the year, which is the solar cycle, the time the earth revolves around the sun. But you need more detail to see what is your purpose to being on this planet with this consciousness to fulfill your purpose. All right. Ashe. All right. So look at here. So here's the dates. Take a snapshot of this. This is how you figure out what moon you're in. So the magnetic back moon of purpose is July 26th to August 22nd. The lunar scorpion moon of challenge goes from August 23rd to September 19th. The electric moon of dear moon of service goes from September 20th to October 17th. Okay. Number 4, the self-existing moon of form goes from October 18th to November 14th. Number 5, the overtone moon, the overtone peacock moon of radiance goes from November the 15th to December the 12th. These are each 28-day cycles of each moon. Okay. Then we got resonant moon. Number 7 is resonant monkey moon of attunement, January 10th, which is tomorrow, through February 6th. Moon number 8, galactic hawk moon of integrity, February 7th to March 6th. Moon number 9, solar jaguar moon of intention, March 7th to April 3rd. Right. Moon number 10, the planetary dog moon of manifestation, April 4th through May 1st. Right. Moon 11, spectral serpent moon of liberation, May 2nd to May 29th. Right? Moon number 12, crystal rabbit moon of cooperation, May 30th through June 26th. Right? And then moon 13, the cosmic turtle moon of presence, June 27th through July 24th. And then we have the day out of time, and then we start everything over again. So take note of this. So now when you see what moon you in, you can see kind of what theme in that 28-day cycle that you were born in, and see what synchronicities lies there. And the more synchronicities that you have, the more remembrance that you'll experience. Okay, so the question is, now we're asking that question. We already asked it. What moon were you born in? What moon are we currently in? When does the calendar begin each year? We can do this now, so you don't even have to do this at home. What year? And some of you older, seasoned students, refrain from giving the answer and seeing what day, what day is the day out of time, and when does the calendar begin each year? Okay, so now we have to go back. You got to take that picture, that snapshot. This is the picture you need to determine that. So take you a screenshot of this. right? So you can answer those questions. All the answers are right in here. So you can look at the first plasma of the magnetic moon and see when it starts. And you can look on here and see when the day out of time is. And that is significant. If you know that on your first day or first heptad or moon, you are going to be in a very powerful position very soon. Because a lot of people, they go so fast, they don't even think about when does it start, when does it end, and when is the day out of time. Okay. All right. So when you get that, now when is the day out of time each year, right? And record any insights and downloads that you experience from that. Very important. Now let's just talk about getting started as we close out. So for I think that Kindred Spirit had to leave, but to get started is simple. First, you just need to make a decision to evolve, and the ground will appear beneath your feet. This is how the cosmology showed up to me. Number two, register your kin number. So we'll put a link in the chat here in a moment so that you can register your kin once you get it. It'll also come in the email that you get as well. Step three, become an I am member, right? Step four, review the law of time basics. What I'm going to do real quick is show you a video on the I am membership so that you can get an idea of that. And I'll make a few comments about that as we move forward. Here it is. All right. So become a member is not that hard to do. To become a member, actually, it really is $33 for a monthly member. That's every 4 weeks, and then a yearly member is $330. Now, there's some extra perks that come with the yearly membership. Um, you can get up to one free class per year, and that's a limited time offer. And you can get up to 50% off the classes. Now, the classes is where you develop specialized knowledge about how to help you evolve and become more extrasensory and more telepathic. So it's really powerful. As a monthly member, you're going to get 25% off of your classes. Okay. And then the value is you get all these replays. So let's just say that, you were driving trying to listen to this and it cut out for 10 minutes and you missed it. And you're like, oh man, I wonder what he said. And somebody else you talk about, man, it was powerful. He was talking about this. He was talking about that. Well, you could just listen to the replay so you can hear it for yourself. And I've had people turn the replays into a rolling university of how to evolve. And it's become very, very, very powerful tool of information that is very orderly and very, very precise. So take advantage of this. Whether you become an annual member or a monthly member, it doesn't matter. It just matters that you become the member. And then when you get the membership, follow the instructions and get on the law of time basics. That's going to help you learn the lingo and get up the learning curve very quickly. Okay. And attend all 4 sessions of the New Kin orientation. We have 4 each week. We go over something else. so that we don't cram a whole bunch of information to you at one time, so it's more digestible and you can get up the learning curve faster. So stay tuned. If you only been, this is your first one, make sure you attend the next three. We're going to start the process over next Thursday when we start the Moon of Attunement. Also, the classes begin on the 17th. So that's not this Friday, but next Friday. So very, very, very powerful situation that we have going on. And so we have the natural time 4D classes, we have the 5D classes, and the extrasensory classes. Now, mind you, the annual IM members, they get 50% off of the natural time and the Hollow Mind Perceiver classes. The monthly members get 25% off of the natural time and Hollow Mind Perceiver classes. Now, you see where it says pink? The extrasensory classes, the annual members get 25% off, and the actual monthly members get 10% off. So there's some discounts here. The knowledge is invaluable. You don't want to miss it because it's going to help you evolve. And it's specialized knowledge that I don't know is taught anywhere else. Okay, so our next session, we're actually going to be on Kin 189. And on 189, it is the flow of abundance, abundant energy heals. So that's what we're going to be on this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. So you're all welcome to join and bring a guest. It's going to be a very powerful session. You could also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, as well as those three at Neb_Teharka. Okay. And you can find me and there's all kind of information on all those different platforms. All right. Any questions before we get off? Anybody have any questions? We went over a lot of information in a short period of time. We truly have our hands on something very special. What we know can go directly to the source, right? And not only gain our remembrance, but evolve and fulfill our galactic purpose on Earth. So if you have any questions, email me at nebteharka@synchronistichuman.com. And we want to hear your testimonials. Email us your testimonials. And when you email us, we may let you share your testimony on one of these future sessions so that people can see that people just like them are having success. One of the best gifts that can be given to you is to be able to exercise full authority over your whole mind and all of its faculties and dimensions. Ashe. I want to end with the Declaration of Evolution, and I want you to repeat after me. And I'm going to tell you, I, and then say your name, hereby declare that I will, and then I'm going to make a statement, and you repeat it. All right? I, say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will make evolution my number one priority. I, say your name, hereby declare, will clear any karma associated with my existence once revealed. I, say your name, hereby declare that I will discover, carry out, and become my purpose when revealed. I, say your name, hereby declare, will remove any judgments that I have of myself and others. I say your name, hereby declare that I will look for any and remove any spiritual blockages or misalignments. I, say your name, hereby declare that I will show compassion for all beings and all the species on the planet. I, say your name, hereby declare that I will end any cycles that does not support my evolutionary process. I, say your name, hereby declare, will be patient with my process and others going through their process. 3 more. I, say your name, hereby declare, will be disciplined and focused when things get challenging. I hereby declare. I say your name, hereby declare, will listen to my intuition and carry out its instructions when given. And lastly, I say your name, hereby declare that I will ultimately strive for self mastery. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. And so it is. So, on behalf of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment and all of its students, I hereby thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to us. It's truly been my pleasure as well as a privilege. And remember, evolution is the solution. We'll see you this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be right back here next Thursday at 8 o'clock for our new kin orientations. All right, watch the video for our telepathic group before we go. Peace.